my god. Literally never read of a character this stubborn. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today I will read for 24 hours. I want to take you with me. I will not be reading for 24 hours straight, but that's because I am a student. I have responsibilities. I have to study. That would ruin up like my whole schedule, my sleep schedule, and I don't want that. So I will just be taking time on my iPad. Honestly, this is the best way to keep track of time. I feel like I'm definitely bound to accidentally cancel it on my phone or something. So if I have it on my iPad, I know that it's secure. And so because I'm not in the middle of reading anything right now, I decided to pick up a book called The Hike by Clarke. It is a thriller. Let me read you the synopsis. Seeking the escape of a lifetime, 4 friends hike out into the beautiful Norwegian wild. Nothing between them and the mountain peak, but forest, sea, and sharp, beautiful sky. But there's a darker side to the wilderness. A woman went missing here 1 year ago. Now the friends are hiking into the heart of the mystery, and waiting on the trail is someone who'd do anything to keep their secrets buried. For some reason I thought it's kind of wintry. Something about the mountains and the cold just reminded me of winter, so I figured this would be a great book to read. It's also not too long. Never mind, there's like 376 pages. But anyways, this will be my first read. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me because I've never really taken time, but I did once try to do a 24-hour readathon, and I guess I'm kind of a slow reader, but we'll see. During the readathon, I was also like kind of sleepy, and I feel like I was definitely much slower than I usually am. I'm kind of excited because I haven't read a thriller in a hot minute. Oh my god. The first 2 sentences, her body lies broken on the mountainside. It rests on a bed of dark rock, a thin pillow of green lichen beneath her cracked skull. Oh.
Well, somebody wanted a thriller.
I said I was excited.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to read.
So I read how she dies. Okay. Okay. It's a couple days later. I got 83 pages into the book, and I am 1 hour and 37 minutes into the timer. So that means I read a page for about like more than a minute, which is not terrible. I also think that like this book reads really quickly. For some reason, it's like going really quickly. What do I think? I actually genuinely don't even like the characters that much. They feel pretty artificial, like so fake just to create a story. I don't think I will get attached to the characters, but at the same time it's still like a fun story. With that being said, I still want to continue. Everybody is telling them not to go on the hike. Like the locals and stuff. They even like offered a detour where they would still like see the nature and be with nature. But no, they want to go up this mountain. Like, bro, this is how every horror movie goes, okay? If people warn you, if locals warn you, people who have experience, if they tell you like not to do something, just don't do it, bro. I've literally never read of a character this stubborn. This girl, she refuses to trust a weather app, and she checks 3 different ones just so she can get good weather prediction. And there's this random woman, she's like even like she's a stranger, and she sees them hiking, and she's like, girl, did you check the weather? It's gonna there's gonna be a thunderstorm. And she's like, yeah, it's okay, we have to do this. Like, excuse me. Okay. Hey guys, so I am actually flying home today. I'm gonna take this with me. I'm only halfway through. I will read this on the plane. I have like 2 hours. I'm sorry if I'm like rushed, because I am in a rush. But I'll try to make some videos of me filming, of me reading, in the plane. Hopefully I could get through this, honestly, because so far I am 3 hours in the timer, which means I could finish this in like 3-ish hours. So could finish it today. I'm not gonna take any other book with me because I want to read The Christmas Killers List, I think that's what it's called, and I will read it on my phone because I don't have the physical copy. That's just a quick update. Talk to you later. I'll probably be in Latvia by then. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, this is my second try filming this. It's like so late. It's literally midnight. No. Yes, it's midnight. I realized I hadn't talked since forever, literally, since I was in Germany. So I should, you know, I have to. So last time we spoke, I was reading The Hike by Clarke. I finished this in Latvia. It was a decent book. I gave it 3 stars. Like, it was a fun read. I did not have to think much while reading it. The characters were, like, I didn't care for the characters. Whenever something bad happened to them, like, I kind of didn't care. I'm sorry, but it was fun. 3 stars. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I started it because I thought it was gonna be, like, wintry. No, it was in the depths of summer. They were sweating, okay? This was not a wintry read. I did finish it in 7 hours and 6 minutes. Then I got a bunch of books for Christmas, and all of them are by Freida McFadden. And so I was like, which one should I start with? And my mom told me to start with The Housemaid because, well, it's supposedly the best, so I did. I started it yesterday. Yesterday was Christmas, so I was busy, you know, and I started it, and I loved it, and I couldn't stop reading it. I got to 89% yesterday, during Christmas. Call me crazy. This was amazing. This slapped. This ate. My heart rate increased significantly while reading this, because, yeah. If you're a thriller fan and you have not read this yet, do yourself a favor, okay? Because this morning, I woke up, I was like, damn it, I'm hungry, but I want to finish this book. That's how good it is. And even as I'm talking here, I'm like, I want to go back to reading. You're asking me, you already finished it. Why do you want to go back to reading? Guess why? Yeah, because I picked up the second part. I picked up the second part today, and I got to page 58 in 43 minutes. I'm reading a page in less than a minute. that's not me. That's not me. But and I'm not skimming through the pages. I'm literally reading them. Just love this series. And I didn't mention, but I finished this book in 6 hours and 17 minutes. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I'm reading The Housemaid's Secret, and I'm 58 pages in, and it's just as good, and I'm excited. So I'm just gonna keep on reading. Hey guys, it's a couple of days later. I did a very stupid thing. Remember how I told you that on my iPad it would be easier to track the hours, the minutes that I've spent reading? Well, I forgot about it. Like, my stopwatch was going on, and I forgot to stop it. And now it's at 29 hours, and I have definitely not been reading for 29 hours. So the good thing is that I was tracking everything that I was reading, like every step. And I know that I'm at the 15-hour and 40-minute mark. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna set the timer on my phone instead, because I'm more likely to like see it, you know? I don't pick up my iPad and like look that, oh my god, my stopwatch is going. I'm just gonna reset the timer from the 15-hour 40 mark and continue it on my phone. It is a bit of a bummer, but it's not completely lost, you know? But anyways, I've been reading The Housemaid's Secret, and I'm currently on page 194, and I know that I've been reading for 138 minutes, so it's like I'm really going very quickly through it. This book, it's like I didn't think it could get any better, but this is so much nicer than this one, like for real. At first I was like, when I finished it, I thought of giving it like 4 stars. But after some time I was like, well, it's a 5-star, kind of. And then I started reading this one, and no, this one went back to 4 stars. Like, I really enjoyed it, obviously, but I think the characters kind of lacked personality. And when I started reading this one, like, so many things were introduced to us, and I enjoyed that. It didn't just happen in like 1 or 2 locations, no. It's like more intense. There's more to it. It's not just like this one story that we follow. I don't want to spoil too much, but like there's subplots, there's other things going on, you know, so it kind of adds to the story. Since we already know the main character, we've been introduced to the whole world and the basics of it. Like, there's more that the author can work with, and I really appreciate that. I don't know, I'm just having a really fun time. And yeah, like I said, I'm flying through it. I'm flying through it. If I'm gonna continue this series, there's like a novella after the second one, and then there's a third one. But I don't know if I'm gonna continue this series. I'm gonna save it for later because I'm really enjoying it. I don't want it to be over. I just opened the book to continue reading, and I had forgotten where we left off. That was literally the most insane plot twist I've ever read in a book. I'm having so much fun, you guys. Excuse me? Wait. What? Bro, this is so good. One thing happens, then another, then another. It's like, it's never ending plot twists. I'm so shocked with every page. Like, for a second, I thought it really resembled the first book, but there's like a twist to it that's even like crazier. No. They're crazy. They're actually all insane. Every single character in this book. I actually might go crazy. What? Literally, I'm at a loss of words. This was so juicy, so beautiful. It was filled with so much, like the perfect amount. This really took me for a ride. The characters, crazy, absolutely nuts, but that's what makes it so amazing. I had no idea what would happen by the end of the book, and I was just flabbergasted when I saw that I had read this book in 3 hours and 40 minutes. This whole book, there's 340 pages. 340. Excuse me? I loved it so much more than the first part. I have to say, if I had just read the first part, I would not have known how good it can be. Who cares about the first part? This is where it's at. If you have read the first part and you're like, well, it was alright, please do yourself a favor. I had so much fun. I want to keep reading. I truly want to keep reading, but I'm scared because like I'm going through this really quickly. What do I do? Because I have 6 hours and 44 minutes left, which means that I can finish another book in between. And I did want to read The Christmas Killers List. I think that's what it's called. Hi again, the same place, different day, different sweater, but I come bearing news. A lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts because I have 1 hour and 45 minutes left on my timer, I think, and I also have 72 pages left of the book I'm reading. And let me tell you, I'm quite frustrated while reading it, and I think the fact that I just read 2 amazing books is not helping it. Set the standard so high that I feel like everything that I would have read right after it would not have been as satisfactory. It's a little upsetting. I do feel a bit guilty about that. But with that being said, I still don't think that this book is good. We're following this main detective who has started like a new job, a new team, and lucky him, he has to deal with like this huge killer that's going on a spree and has left behind this Christmas list. Very soon enough, like the reader kind of gets to know that each item on the list is a victim, and for some reason it's this big revelation for them, even though you're like, well, obviously, I think for like the title of the book, like come on, it's obvious, isn't it? And I just feel like everything that the detective discovers is not because of his abilities, but because of things that have been presented to him by other people. It feels very obvious. I don't feel that the detective is like a proper professional. And I feel bad to say that, but it just feels like that. Even with the list, it's like we saw the list at the very beginning of the book, but it was never like repeated afterwards. And I wish that it would have been, because I cannot remember the list. Was I supposed to like take a screenshot, write it down myself? It's a small thing. I can live with it. It's totally fine. But yeah, it's just, I have quite a bit of an issue with some of the things, and I hate to be so negative. I am coming towards the end, which I've been told that it's like supposedly good. I decided to finish the book. I'm hoping that maybe the last 72 pages are gonna, you know, put the rating of the book higher, because right now it's not looking good. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I feel bad, but I had to say it. I had to get this off of my chest, and now I feel better. I'll just hopefully finish the book today, and I guess I'll come back to you with a proper review and my final thoughts about it. I have officially finished reading for 24 hours, and I can finally give you all of my thoughts, the summary of all the books I read, how many, how long it took me, and what ratings I gave the books. I started off with The Hike by Clarke, and I ended up giving it 3 stars. I'm still gonna stick to that rating. I think it was a pretty fun read, but that's all it was. There wasn't much depth to it. I think the book was written very nicely. It was very easy to read, but I forgot half the things that already happened in this book. But yeah, 3 stars. Then I started the Housemaid series by Freida McFadden. As soon as I started reading it, I felt how easy it was to read it, and I realized how much I liked the writing and how fun the story ended up being. This was like a first to me, this plot where it's like this housemaid, this random third-person woman who enters a family and then starts discovering secrets about it. It's kind of fun. You know, you get like a fresh perspective on things, and I did think I was gonna give this 4 stars, but I have to give it 4.5. That is gonna be my final rating on this. However, I do think that the second part is much better. I gave it 5 stars. I felt more attached to the main character. She was dealing with other things, not only this housemaid job that she had. And I think the ending was so insanely surprising. You saw my reactions. I'm still like, I can't believe what I read, but it was really nice. I gave it 5 stars. I would recommend it. And then I was like, I should read something else so I don't run out of my series so quickly. So I read The Killer's Christmas List. I read it on my phone because I don't have a physical copy. I did not like it. I gave it 2.75 stars. Just a lot of things irritated me while reading it. I felt like our main character did not have any intuition whatsoever, and he didn't double check anything, which is like, well, if you're a detective, surely you're gonna do stuff. It just felt like some bits were very repetitive because it was like they were like this close to finding the person responsible for the list and for the murders, but obviously every time it was not that simple. I just didn't like it all throughout, and I'm not sure if I would recommend it. If you're interested, go ahead. I've heard many other good reviews. Maybe it just wasn't for me. And then I had 33 minutes left on my timer, and I was like, well, this calls for a novella. And I looked for novellas like for hours and hours, and I couldn't find anything that like sparked my interest. So I ended up actually reading The Housemaid's Wedding. I only got 44 pages in, but I knew how much I love the series. And I was like, well, what's keeping me, really? I would still have the 3rd book. And so I read 44 pages of The Housemaid's Wedding. So that concludes my little stack of books that I have read. I ended up reading 4.5, which is insane. I mean, obviously, I'm very happy with the result. This video took me about 3 weeks to film. So as you can see, I don't have that much time to read, but I'm trying my best over here. But yeah, I had so much fun. Honestly, I loved tracking the 24 hours, and I really want to do a proper 24-hour readathon one day when I'm like actually free of uni during like a break, and hopefully it's gonna come soon. Thank you so much for joining me on this very long video. I appreciate you watching. If you have any other mystery thriller recommendations you can give me, please leave them down in the description, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, Richard, bye. He's so cute. I'm gonna miss him so much. Bye.